The most immediate threat facing Irish farmers in 2011 is the headlong run by EU President Barroso and Trade Commissioner de Gucht to complete a trade deal with the Mercosur countries, including Brazil and Argentina. The whole basis of their approach to this deal is to sell out European agriculture by allowing EU market access for a flood of South American imports. Ireland's 2 billion livestock and beef sector is particularly vulnerable because Brazilian beef imports will destroy price returns from EU markets. There are also grave implications for our dairy, pigmeat, poultry and cereal sector. I'm putting all political parties on notice today. This will be a key issue in IFA's election manifesto. We want a strong commitment that any new government will take a tough stance in Europe in defence of our interests. We must insist on an end to EU double standards on South American imports when it comes to food safety and traceability, animal health and environmental standards. The closure of our sugar industry should be a clear lesson to our government and EU Commission that any Mercosur trade deal will devastate our beef industry and destroy our prospects of achieving the Food Harvest 2020 targets. I've been meeting with our National Committee Chairman to discuss and agree specific issues to be addressed in the year ahead, and I want to set out some of the priorities. Last autumn, IFA led the campaign for farmers to hold out and insist on higher prices for finished cattle. We knew that the supply balance was turning in farmers' favour, and our campaign to inform farmers of the facts has led to substantial price increases. I'm laying down a marker today to the factories and retailers. Our battle continues, and prices must rise further. Winter finishers need to cover increased costs, and I'm determined that they will be returned to profit this year. Hear, hear. Market prospects continue to improve. With success in our campaign to open Turkey for beef, it is up to the factories to take advantage of higher priced export opportunities and increased return to farmers. Cattle price prospects for this year are positive, with UK, EU and world prices at record levels and factory supplies at home dropping by 150,000 head. Live exports will continue to perform strongly, providing crucial price competition and outlets for calves, weanlings, stores and finished cattle. I have made it absolutely clear to the government and in Brussels that excessive regulation, and especially the 30-day rule, cannot be allowed to restrict the live trade. While the prospects for our beef sector are improved this year, I want to see it return to sustainable profitability for farmers. This is essential to achieve the 20% increase targeted in Food Harvest 2020. The key elements required to deliver this are: processors must close the price gap with the UK and our continental EU markets, increase competition by maximising market access and live export opportunities, delivery by Board B on promoting Brand Ireland to achieve pride of place on the supermarket shelf and a premium price for Irish beef, defending the Irish sector on the issues of Mercosur and EU import standards, securing the future of direct payments, the single farm payment, disadvantaged area, REPS, AUS and the Suckler Welfare Scheme, maintaining the national asset that is our 1 million suckler cow herd, and an effective taggish programme and an ICBF breed strategy to deliver improved productivity and efficiency at farm level. Selling cattle through the mart provides the best security of payment, and farmers should always insist on payment on the day, especially in the present economic climate. It has been a difficult year on direct payments. Far too many farmers are still waiting for part of their single farm payment or disadvantaged area payment. Maps, digitisation, inspections and processing delays all contributed to payment problems and cash flow uncertainty, which caused huge anxiety for farm families. IFA put intense pressure on Minister Smith to commit extra resources, and real progress was made in getting the maximum amount of money paid out to farmers as quickly as possible. We will not rest on this issue until all outstanding 2010 payment cases are sorted and paid out. all reps and AEOS payments due must be paid immediately. I want to put it on the record. The payment difficulties and delays in 2010 must never be repeated. For 2011, we need an updated Charter of Farmers' Rights and Payments Protocol. With all payments made on time within agreed deadlines, simplified application and an inspection system that avoids payment delays, a reduction in the number of on-farm inspections with an advance notice of all farm visits, proper inspection procedures with fair and reasonable tolerance levels and a meaningful and truly independent appeal system. Farmers' rights must be respected and a new charter will be vigorously pursued by IFA. In 2010, our Animal Health Project team made real progress in removing costs and bureaucracy from the areas of TB, BSE and brucellosis control. IFA will continue to focus on cost reductions for farmers in test and fallen animals and veterinary medicines. With drought in New Zealand and strong global demand, the outlook for dairy markets is positive. Recent Fonterra auctions have seen high prices. This augurs well for Irish milk prices, and IFA will insist that the full benefits of market improvement is returned to producers. And James asked me to acknowledge Lakelands here for being one of the first to do it. With massive increases in feed, fertiliser and energy costs, dairy farmers need milk prices to rise by at least 3 cents a litre over the 2010 price just to maintain margins. Co-ops must ensure that producer prices keep pace with cost increases so that farmers can invest with confidence. Glanbia's offer of a 3-year price hedging contract is a useful move to help reduce the damaging effect of price volatility on farmers' incomes. Other co-ops should explore how they can give greater certainty to their own suppliers. However, forward price contracts are only acceptable provided they do not impact on the non-contract price, which must reflect actual market returns. With quotas ending in 2015, many dairy farmers are planning to expand. IFA is working in Brussels to see how sustainable expansion could start earlier. However, farmers need to avoid costly super levy fines, as most member states still oppose further easing of quota before 2015. There has been enough talk about the future structure of the dairy industry. 2011 must be the year for decision and implementation. Today I am calling on the Irish Dairy Board, co-ops and the Minister's Dairy Expansion Group to come forward with detailed and costed plans for consolidation, best use of capacity and a roadmap for profitable expansion. IFA has already made a comprehensive submission to the Minister's Group. On the 9th of February we are holding a major dairy conference and I expect industry leaders to set out concrete details of how they will make profitable expansion happen. In 2010, the dairies let down their liquid milk suppliers by undercutting each other in reckless moves to gain or hold market share. Liquid milk producers need an average price of 38 cents a litre in 2011 just to cover rising costs and pay themselves a basic income. That's 6 cents more than today's best price. With retail prices averaging 90 cents a litre, I see no reason why this 6 cent increase cannot be found within existing margin. The dairies must immediately reclaim the retail margins they foolishly conceded last year. Strong, profitable lamb prices are the key to the renewed confidence in the sheep sector. €5 per kilogramme is an achievable target for 2011. The past year has taught us that producer prices can rise significantly without increasing retail margin. IFA's long, hard campaign for the 18 million in unused CAP funds must now result in immediate payments of the €10 per ewe. On the 8 million grant aid for sheep fencing and handling facilities, the qualifying conditions must be revised in order to allow sheep farmers invest and draw down this package. EID has caused major problems in other member states. IFA's stance has proven to be correct. There is lessons here for Brussels on imposing excessive and unnecessary bureaucracy.